Hello, I will be doing a video on Centigrade. Tell me, what happens when you put two idiots together who are stuck in a car and buried in snow in the middle of nowhere with plenty of ways to escape and no common sense? This is the most frustrating movie I've seen in a long time. We have a pregnant woman and her husband who decide to stop the car in the middle of a blizzard because they don't think it's safe to drive at night in that type of weather. Okay, that's smart. So they sleep in their car for the night. They wake up with their car encased in ice and snow and can't open any of the windows or doors. Now, the first common sense thing to do is breaking the damn window and ice and dig out of the snow. But you know what these people do? They do absolutely nothing. They make very little effort to get themselves out of this situation. Now, this is the first day. The husband is against breaking the windows because they're in the middle of nowhere and his wife is pregnant and it's really cold outside. Okay, that's reasonable, but when it's been 3 days and no cars have passed by, then you should really start trying to get yourselves out of there. Because the more it snows, the more your car is going to be hidden from public view, and less likely anyone passing by will even notice something's wrong. It's irritating when you need dumb characters to push a story to its limits, like blubbering and crying on the phone instead of telling the person on the phone that you're buried on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere before the phone dies. At least tell them that you're buried somewhere near a public road. Ugh, that part was so infuriating. I won't spoil the rest of the movie, but I will say this couple has to be the dumbest couple alive. They're both smart because they both have their own smart ideas, but they're both idiots as well. They both have pros and cons in them. It's not like just the husband is dumb or just the wife is dumb. No, they both do really dumb things. Like, how do you just sit there and do nothing for so long? How do you not decide to get the heck out of there while you still have the energy to do so and before more snow engulfs your car? The movie isn't about how they're not able to get out. They just don't do shit. They don't take the initiative to do anything that can get them out of this situation. They just sit there and survive. I know my review comes off as very ranty, but if you haven't seen the movie, you won't realize how infuriating this was to get through. These people have no survivor skills. You can tell they both grew up with silver spoons in their mouths and had everything handed to them because they didn't know how to take care of themselves. They didn't have the fight in them. As much as this frustrated me, I will say it was entertaining. The acting was solid. One thing they definitely could have improved on were the sanitary conditions, because they're in this car for weeks and they're peeing in towels, and the woman is pregnant, and I know women who are pregnant have to go to the bathroom a lot. I really wish they would have played more on the hygienic state of the car and themselves, because the whole time I'm thinking, what must it smell like in there? And women's bodies go through so many changes during pregnancy. They really could have used that more. Otherwise, what was the point in her being pregnant? The makeup crew also could have dirtied them up a bit. The actors should have looked like they stunk. I don't care how cold of an area you're in. If you're not showering for weeks, you're going to stink. Maybe have the characters comment on each other's breath or have plaque build up on their teeth, crust in their eyes, greasy hair. I know people with straight textured hair, their hair tends to get more oily very quickly, but that didn't happen here. And I know at some point they have to be doing a number two, and where are they putting that? It's gotta be stinking in there. And not one point are they covering their noses or complaining about the smell. Overall, I give this a 5 out of 10. It wasn't terrible, it was just maddening, but I'd still recommend it. It's entertaining enough. 5 out of 10.